This is the Raccoon Deterrent System. The 3 LEDs on the outside tell us that there's power if the green is lit. If it's armed, which means it's nighttime as determined by this optical sensor, then the yellow light comes on. And if it's triggered by motion, then the red light comes on. And when that happens, these two 120 volt plugs are activated according to what the software tells them to do. This is the motion sensor. It looks for movement of the thermal signature, meaning it recognizes warm-blooded mammals, and it's not triggered by things like waterfalls or blowing branches.
We have an LCD which tells us how many seconds the system's been running for and how many times it's been triggered.
Inside we have an Arduino board right there, the flashy thing, and there's 2 relays that are triggering the 120 volt sockets and a bunch of wires. So let's put it to the test. Because raccoons are so adaptable, I wanted to be able to use different types of deterrents at different times so they wouldn't get accustomed to one deterrent. I can currently use a light bulb that can go on and off, a fan that blows ribbons, and a water squirter device. 2 of those devices can be plugged in at any time for the following test. The timing and duration of the deterrents can also be changed by modifying the software. The first test subject is a pretty mature raccoon, an older guy, and he looks around, he checks out the equipment. When the light starts and the fan starts blowing, he doesn't freak out, but he decides to move on. The next test subject is a much younger raccoon, and he starts by looking at the equipment and he climbs up, but when the fan starts he freaks out and immediately makes a fast exit. Hope he didn't hurt himself on the way down. Yikes! He didn't even wait for the water to start squirting, but he might have gotten a little shower after he got to the bottom. The final test was the old guy coming back, and this time he's really not put off by anything. He's just curious. He wants to figure out what's going on. Checks out his suet, and then he comes over to see what all these shiny LEDs are doing. The lights flash, the ribbons start blowing, and he's completely unperturbed. He's just checking out the equipment, wondering how he can disable it. And then he gets the idea of maybe he can have some fun. Gets back on the rail, and he starts playing with the ribbons. Whee! Then he goes off to tell his friends about the new arcade.